Hello, everyone, and welcome to the channel. And if you've been here before, welcome back. And thank you so much for your support. The Carnival Elation is one of the oldest and smallest ships in the Carnival fleet, and passengers seem to really love it or they hate it. In today's video, I will be taking the tips that I have been sprinkling throughout all my videos about the Carnival Elation and putting them here in this one video. So hopefully these tips will help you make the most of your experience on board this ship.
We're a retired couple who simply love life at sea. Our goal is to cruise as much as possible while we're physically able without draining our retirement savings. This channel is for budget-savvy cruisers who love smart cruise tips, great deals, and affordable pampering that make every voyage feel special.
Okay, so before your cruise even starts, this tip is for first-time cruisers. I was just recently on a cruise in Alaska, and I was surprised at how many first-time cruisers did not download the app. So please download the app. I know, I get it. I hate apps, but sometimes they are a necessary evil. And I'm not a big fan of them, but it will definitely make your cruise a lot easier. Also, with Carnival, you need to print your boarding pass so that you'll have that ready. As of this recording, things may change, but they like for you to have it printed. Next, watch your email before the cruise for any items that you can purchase early and get any discounts on internet or excursions or anything else. Also, there isn't a true specialty restaurant on board this ship, like one of the real nice fancy places, but they do have a paid sushi place and they have the chef's table. So if you're celebrating a special occasion, you may want to book the chef's table in advance if it's available. If you can't book it in advance, please check with the maitre d' as soon as you get on board so that you can get it booked. Now, if you watched my previous Carnival video tips, this one you may have heard already. But if you didn't get the package and you want to save a little bit, you can bring 12 unopened cans of soda and a bottle of wine per person. So make sure you check that because this is as of this recording. Things could always change. You can also purchase bottled water ahead of time, and they usually have that waiting in your cabin if you're the type of person that doesn't like to drink water out of the faucet or go to the fountains throughout the ship, the water stations throughout the ship. So they will have it either in your room or I saw guys delivering it on the day of embarkation. So, you'll have it there for you. Or you can do just like me, and I use my trusty Contigo. So you can get these on Amazon. I do have a link in the description if you want to do that, or any type of water bottle that you have. You can save on water. And the water's filtered, so it's perfectly fine. So I use that. I'm fine with that. I'm not a water snob. But some people love having the bottled water, so that's something that you can do before the cruise even starts. Go ahead and order that if you like it. Another thing is before the cruise, if you decide to drive, some people like going to ports that are close to them, and that's a great way to save money because we want to cruise more and spend less. So if you decide to drive, there are plenty of places that we saw there that you could park. Also, check-in. We ended up with a late check-in. It was 2:30 p.m., so I felt like we had lost a big chunk of our first day. If you don't have a high loyalty status on Carnival, try to check in as soon as the window opens up. And I know I played around and didn't do that, so that's why I ended up with 2:30. Now, you can also purchase, they call it faster to the fun, so they let you get on the ship earlier. I'm too cheap, so I don't spend money to do that. But if you want to, that's up to you, and that's another way to get on board faster. Also, the gangway for the port, a cruise port in Jacksonville is really long. It's like one of the longest ones we've ever been on. Even we were huffing and puffing. So if you need assistance, make sure that you request it. Now, this ship, Elation, is small, but they've stuffed a lot into it. But it makes it a little quirky. So because you have things tucked away here and there, it's like wherever they found a spot, they put it there. So my advice is to watch YouTube videos or look at the deck plan before you arrive at the port or before you get on the ship, so you'll be familiar with everything. I have a ship tour that I've done, so if you want to check that out. There are also others that have done ship tours. It just depends on what style you like. I usually go deck by deck as full walkthrough, but it depends on what you like. So I would definitely do that before you get on board. If you don't do that, definitely take some time to explore the ship the day of of embarkation, so you can kind of get a lay of the land. Also, they don't have numbers on each deck, so you have to go and look at the deck plan by the elevator just to see what deck that you're on. Okay, some more great tips. Cabins. Avoid the cabins that are close to the atrium. They have a lot of music there, and it can be noisy. So if you get these cabins here, you're going to hear the music. So think before you get these. If you're finding value in our content, please consider subscribing to the channel and ring that notification bell so that you'll know when our next video drops. Thanks so much for your support. Food. They don't really have, like I said, a true specialty fancy restaurant, but they do have bonsai sushi if you like that. But definitely try all of the options that are available because usually these itineraries are very short on this cruise ship. And so I will go around and try a lot of the different options that they do have there. And I thought that the food was good. So for breakfast, you have the breakfast buffet with the omelet station. This guy was amazing. He had like 5 different omelets going at one time. Most time you just see 2 on the ship. This guy was like, it's amazing. This dude's amazing. He's doing 5 different omelet pans. They have a bagel station, and I had those. They're really yummy. They have donuts. They have donuts are paid. You do have to pay for those, but they do have those available. They also have the main dining room brunch on sea days, so that's really nice. Okay, so for lunchtime, you do have the buffet in Tiffany's. You have the Blue Iguana with fresh tortillas. You have Guy's Burgers. You have the deli where you can get sandwiches made, Pizza Pirate. You have the Seafood Shack. You have sushi. And a lot of these things are included. Places you need to do during lunch because they are closed for dinner. So be mindful of the hours that they're open. Now for dinner, of course, you have the main dining room, which is included. You have Tiffany's, the buffet. You have Pizza Pirate, Seafood Shack, and sushi. The gym. The gym had a lot of state-of-the-art equipment. It was very modern. It was easy to get equipment when you wanted to use it. It wasn't a lot of long waiting time. However, you do need to get there early if you're going to be doing any of the exercise classes because the exercise room is very small. They do have a package where you can sign up on the first day. And if you want, like so many exercise classes, you get a discount. So if you want to do something like that, they have that available. They also have a sauna and steam room that's included. As of this recording, things could change, but it was included, which was kind of cool because on a lot of ships, this is an upcharge. So I thought this was really nice that it was included in your cruise. They also, another tip is the theater. Get there early and sit on the bottom so that you can actually see. If you do sit on the top, if the bottom's full, if you do sit on the top, make sure you get close to the front because someone short like me, I thought the seats were terrible and I couldn't see anything if you're further back on the top. Laundry. Now, for people that cruise a lot like we do, and if you're doing back to back or you're going from ship to ship, you may need to use to do laundry. So it was a bit of a headache on this ship, but if you need to do it, make sure you bring quarters. Yes, they're still taking quarters and pack your patience. If you don't have quarters, as of this recording, from what I understand, you can get them from the casino or you may be able to get them from guest services. Great places to hang out. My favorite places were the Serenity area. You can go to the Alchemy. They have a little sitting area over there. And then the outside area around Tiffany's was another great place to just kind of hang out and relax. So there you have it. These are the top tips for the Carnival Elation so that you can have a great cruise experience. This cruise is great if you want an easy port to drive to, if you love smaller ships. Some people absolutely love smaller ships. You don't want all the bells and whistles that you find on the newer ships. You just want a laid back, affordable, relaxing cruise. Now, have you sailed on the Carnival Elation or are you thinking about sailing it on in the future? Please leave a comment below with any tips that you have that can make all of us cruise smarter. This community is all about cruising more and spending less. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for future cruise content. Until next time, take care everyone and safe travels.